What's up YouTube, HoneyBee back with another analysis video. This one's going to be of my matches from CEO 2018. So this tournament happened fairly recently. It was end of June, beginning of July. So a lot of these matches are still very up to date, I would say, on how the matchups are currently that I'm dealing with and how I approach a lot of these matchups. So we're going to go ahead and start with the first match I had that was streamed in pools. So we have myself versus Too Easy. I believe before this happened, I had one or two matches off stream, but then I had this match on stream with Too Easy using Fate against my Flash. Generally speaking, this match can be kind of difficult for Flash because Fate has really good ways of keeping Flash out and making him stay out. So it's really a matter of myself overcoming some of those options he has and just working my way in, and once I get in, trying to stay in as long as possible. So let's go ahead and get this started. I think yeah, we have a button check first, and we have if you can hear them in the background, I think it's going to be Ultra David and potentially Patron Prime commentating over this.
Wait, is it real? I have no idea. No,
yeah, it's Patron Prime. So as you can see, it's myself versus Too Easy, Regal Too Easy apparently. He has picked himself up a new sponsor, so that's cool. But here we go.
Convinced it was legit. Okay, winner side.
Letting the intros rock.
It's a really volatile matchup if you're, well, really
right.
either one.
So that's the interesting thing that Too Easy likes to do a lot, is actually using that red orb thing, so he gets first bar meter. If I make a read on that, I can definitely punish him for doing that though. So not always, it's not something you could do consistently, but in first to three, it can definitely work out.
You know, great, one of the better advanced commands in the game. You know, Fates, you know, we're talking about his tools. You can't not mention forward 2. Keeps it safe there.
Yeah, that was kind of a cool setup, but clearly HoneyBee knew.
So he actually had a pretty good start to this match. Like, I'm pretty much, yeah, he has like a solid 70% health lead on him right now.
Watching him too. Yeah, that's all we have time for. Okay, into what?
That was a little bit ugly, but I still ended up getting the combo. As you can see here, a lot of times what I do is I'll run into Fate and do a neutral jump because it'll force Fate's wake up to just completely whiff, at which point I can punish him. If the Fate player sees that happening a lot, then they'll probably do something like a backdash or a forward dash to beat it, but then you have the whole mind game of what am I going to do. So the first thing I did was that he did a delay wake up to get around it. Not a bad option.
And matching that back to stopping HoneyBee's approach at every junction as he tries to force his way in.
That red onk just saved him right there.
Blocking a little bit of it, trying to just take up some space in the mid.
All right, forward 3. Oh, wow.
Ooh, expensive.
Oh, yeah, super expensive. Kept it plus. A lot of chip. Didn't build too much either.
Look at the patience here. Too Easy really playing this well with HoneyBee.
One thing you'll notice about the way I like to approach the Flash versus Fate matchup is you really have to be selective with when you're going to press a button and when you're going to approach Fate, because Fate's forward 2 and his back 2 and his push, like, they're all really good ways of keeping Flash out. If he just does like forward 2 push into a back 2 on block and I keep trying to advance immediately, I'm just going to die. So sometimes you'll see me kind of just block and just kind of stay blocking, kind of backing up, and it's kind of just me like trying to pick my moments so that I can actually like get in, because you really, that's the big thing I find in this matchup is patience. Is like really just waiting for your turn. So he has these red stuff up here, but honestly it doesn't do that much damage. It's not that scary. If he meter burns it though, it can be pretty scary. Tried to forward dash. And just like that, I'm kind of back in this match right now. Yeah, back. That was nice. Nice little combo. And super. I knew at this point the super wouldn't kill. Flash's super, while it's really good because it's 6 frames, it goes full screen. It's really strong, but it isn't the most damaging of supers. Generally speaking, you get about 30% from it. Generally speaking, you get about 30% from the supers. Some other characters get higher damaging super. Like, I know Black Manta used to be kind of ridiculous. It used to be like 45. I think they toned it down a bit, and it's like 40. It's still really, really strong. I know Starfire has a really strong super. Brainiac has a really strong super. But it's fine because if Flash's super did it that much damage, it would be a little bit too strong. Alright, and get a little bit of a conversion. And see, as you can see, this is what I'm talking about from before. Let's just take another look at that, actually. Where is it?
But again, trying to pick up where he left off, just couldn't quite put it together, and again, caught jumping with the trait in
a little bit of the pickup, and you'll see right here. So he just did down one push, and this is what I mean by waiting for your turn. I was a little bit impatient here. I tried to press a button, and he immediately does a back two and hits me, as you can see right here. I try to like do a lightning kick or something. He just back twos, and then he can just send me full screen. So it's like if you see a Fate player doing like 4-2 push, back 2 or whatever, sometimes the best option is actually just to wait half a second, let the back 2 whiff, and then punish it after in its recovery frames, or maybe you can get a good jump in or something. But that's what I mean about like really waiting for your turn, because if you're not patient as a Flash player, like Fate can really just keep you out like super easily, because now I'm sent back and I have to work my way in again. Yeah, so like sometimes I'll just stay back, you know, build some meter, do RMS cancels, some phases. The running man can actually make the projectiles duck from a pretty good ways away. And using a trait as well in the neutral is a really good way of getting in sometimes, because you can get past some of his projectiles that way and actually punish him. I should have confirmed that into a full combo. I'm not sure why I didn't. Oh, that was a bad mistake from Too Easy. I think that interactable actually might be one of the worst in the game. It's really, really bad. It has a lot of recovery on it, so that was a really bad mistake from Too Easy to actually use that. Dropped the conversion. That one in the corner it's a little bit hard to do, but I usually hit it. But yeah, this right now, like everything's just kind of going against Too Easy. Like he should have closed it out before, but him using that interactable just completely changed the tide of like the whole match, and now he has like less than half of his second bar of life, no clash. Like he's in a terrible position, all because he used that interactable.
And you can see HoneyBee's familiarity with the character. He plays it himself, of course. Knows how Fate works.
Use the interactable.
Oh, trying to get out of there. It's no dice.
I don't know why I actually didn't pop trait off of that. That was kind of silly.
There it is. HoneyBee up 2-0.
Could have closed it out quicker.
HoneyBee's so clean, you know, a guy who plays matchups that, you know, just are rough, are hard, and he always just finds a way. And that's the beauty of fighting games that we talk about it. And you know, going back listening to the King Hippo and Slips podcast, that's, you know, taking the
pretty sure Too Easy has more characters than just Fate. I can't remember off the top of my head right now who else he uses, but I think I was kind of thinking he might use someone else, but Fate does well against Flash. You just have to play the matchup well.
Different Flash Fate players approach Flash, so that makes up a mentality the way it can go. You know,
and there he started out with getting that first bar meter again.
Works well against this form of Fate. So you know, you experiment and you figure it out in the grind. And HoneyBee is definitely a prime example of the grind paying off no matter what. Because you know, he sticks to his guns 90% of the time.
It's not a matchup where you can just kind of mindlessly zone as Fate. You just saw the phase through. I mean,
that's interesting. He's trying to wake up with a forward dash in that situation. It's definitely not the best thing to do. A little bit of a drop there. I was too quick on my lightning kicks. That was a pretty ugly drop too, honestly. Not pretty.
But a little too early. Oh wow, and just running man just stands right across from it and stop it. HoneyBee is now in that zone where he's feeling himself.
And you'll see right here, a lot of times what you want to do when you're fighting a Fate player is actually making Fate whiff that forward 2, because it has a fair amount of whiff recovery on it. The thing is, it's kind of hard to make it whiff because the range is so good. But if you right here, as you can see on the screen, I'm standing like basically right where the range is, so you'll see me kind of take a little bit of a walk back and then have the forward to whiff, and then I'm just ready to whiff punish it because I know that's something that the Fate player's probably gonna go for to try to keep me out.
Didn't even need to drink
You'll
this time.
see
He was
here,
hungry.
like here,
Put some meat on.
and there. See, like I just took a little bit of a step back, let him whiff,
Zone where he's
let him
feeling
whiff his
himself,
forward
gets
2,
a
and I
hot
was ready
dog,
for the
didn't
whiff
even need to
punish
drink
with the
this time. He was
1-1
hungry.
right here.
Put some meat on those
Boom.
bones. And the whip
And just
punish
like
on
that.
forward to
The
HoneyBee.
spacing.
Yeah.
Immaculate.
That's like a
Flash
key
forward. And if you
example of
flash,
just
someone should've run on
spacing
the stage and flashed for him
footsies
because
with
you
punishing,
deserve to.
whatever. Like that's just what it is. I was ready for it.
Right there.
And it was
Dr.
instant,
Fate
too.
too.
It
Yeah.
was instant.
Yeah, he knew it.
All right, too easy fighting back. You know, not going down quietly and using those, you know, that speed force, that shake to not deal with the ore.
And,
It's
yep,
the huge
send
space
back
tool,
again.
especially for Fate.
Yeah.
Too Easy really loves using his onks, and I think in this matchup onks can be pretty useful.
And then get the fireballs
Fate.
after that. Too often they've come at the same
And
moment.
see how that's a little bit of
Wow,
a, that's a
and the
punish
trade
right there.
after the shake to go and slide under the blast blow. And he doesn't have the trade active, but the next combo will kill. Mix up meter burn for the armor late, just
Yeah.
in case. Too Easy got
And
shot
this is
the
pretty
end.
much a wrap right there.
That's gonna do it. Yeah, I mean,
That's
you
it.
get one last chance.
So as you can see right in the end of this match, when I get him to the corner, that's another thing that can be pretty useful. If you're fighting someone, is actually you can charge a forward 3 or a back 3 and then actually meter burn it late so that you can kind of bait someone to try to wake up because they think they can, and then you'll get that hit of armor at the very last second. That's kind of what I did right there, but Too Easy didn't fall for it. But either way, it's still a pretty good option because your meter burn forward 3s and back 3s are normally plus on block.
Yeah, it's like one of those
So even if they
situations
block,
where you
then
just, like,
you
have
can
to
still
do it.
push
Like
it.
you're actually going
So
to
that was my
die.
first match against Too Easy, and 3-0, a little bit of head nod. So I believe after this I actually fight Burrito Voorhees again, and here we are.
She checked as player interactable first.
Let's go really quickly.
Skip the intro and attack him.
Yeah.
So this is actually a matchup that I've played a fair amount. If you ask Happy Pow, he's actually he plays both characters. He believes that Grodd actually does well in this matchup, either 5-5, maybe slightly Grodd favor. But I think this matchup's probably a 5-5. Grodd has really good ways of controlling the neutral, with his down 1 being 6 frames and a really good range. His down 2 is really good. He has solid buttons to deal with Flash in this matchup. So it's a really like a neutral heavy match, and like you have to like work your way in. And I think Burrito Voorhees, he does a good job of doing that. Anytime he does that sweep though, Flash can punish it. I just wasn't ready right
Just
there.
like that, cancels into the trait, and you hit stand up, stand 2 for the
Yeah.
1+.
Oh yeah, and that's he has a vortex as well, which is completely safe if he hits you with that. So it's kind of scary to deal with.
That's so beautiful. Wow.
This was a really rough start to this match for me. Look at this. Oh my god. Ouch. And then some. Yeah, I almost brought it back right here. You can see I did meter burn Sonic Pound +1 on block, and he tried to press the button and just got clipped. And then just getting a little bit of I think I dropped that combo right there. That's not good. But still, yeah, going for the mix, you know. I went from, I think he hits me here, yeah. I went from being down like 80% to only being down like 5%. So that was a pretty big little comeback I had right there.
As Burrito Voorhees, again, patient. I love his move. He's just kind of always shaking to, you know, keep himself unpredictable. But
neither one of these characters is like a very strong active footsies. More, they have whiff punishing, but they're more about just being up in your face.
All right, there's the dash. Down 2, no punish. Sonic Pound. And Grodd sitting on full bar. And that's so hard to block. You know, that jump to the
bad
triple
drop.
kicks, all 3 overheads, and then you're trying to fuzzy right away. And HoneyBee just kind of having his way with that.
That was nice of me. Turn back 3 to get out of that.
Face. Big boots in the mix session. Restand.
And here's a reset.
No, keeps it layered. Mixing
So basically, for those of you that don't know, Grodd has a reset every time he hits you with that thing. When he has straight active, he can go for that leap and either command grab you, which means you have to like backdash it, or I think he might be able to forward dash it. But then he can also do like a cross up or a non-cross up to beat you. So you kind of just have to guess and then he tried to
I
throw.
really like that as a solution by HoneyBee. That was
So
really
yeah.
well played at the end.
Grodd has actually some really dirty stuff. He has really good damage as well.
He took the one risk with the full screen leap, and it led to his death.
That's right.
You know,
Yeah, that's a punish right there.
Yeah, we talk about injustice and the layers and the mix-up in the vortex, but defense is so important.
I believe this match actually I should have won, but I made a mistake at the end and I ended up losing. And I'll go over that when I get there. There's another drop right there. Not.
All right, we got those.
Yep, getting a knockdown, escape that for HoneyBee.
He's definitely gonna get rid of that.
Hard for Grodd's anti-air at that spot. Oh, he tried to push a button and just didn't work.
Yeah,
HoneyBee in there.
Some pretty good damage. That was meterless.
And I love that. HoneyBee
Ouch.
with the delayed meter burn, but right back at
I think we're gonna go into the vortex right now, like that. Boom, and I guess.
Again, yeah, a couple of times now.
I think he gets me again. Look at that. He gets 2 vortexes from his trait just like that. Oh my god. I think he could have meter burned that and killed me.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Wake up Stampede with the meter burn. Not the most damaging move, but 3 hits of armor.
Yeah.
A huge hitbox, and just, you know, a great round closing special.
Ouch.
Wow. Okay.
I like the
Flash
challenge. I
Down
like it.
2. Nice job by HoneyBee keeping his eyes open on that.
Ah, I should have used the interactable there
That was so sick.
to get out.
Voorhees now still controlling the corner. He has no bar, by the way. HoneyBee fully stacked. Finally won.
I think Grodd can actually punish that.
Okay, get that
Armus 2 with his
here.
down one.
For a wake up, nothing came. Whip punish. He was not quite there. Was hoping for the downward trajectory. Didn't come. Oh my God!
That was reactionary. That was so good. And the tip of the toe, saving his life.
I got a little bit lucky there, I think.
Unfortunately, that back 3 is gonna whip.
Okay, finally blocked low.
And see, as you can see there, that was one of those things. Where is it?
I like the idea. Burrito Voorhees was ready, but unfortunately, that back 3 is gonna.
All right, so you'll see I'll do a down 1-2 on block, and I do a delayed lightning kick. So basically, down 1-2, lightning kick is punishable. It's -12, but if I do a down 1-2 and then delayed lightning kick, sometimes you can catch your opponent trying to press a button. So it's kind of a risk on my end, but sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. So if they're just sitting there and they're blocking, they'll block the lightning kick and then they can punish it after. But sometimes if they block the down 1-2, they're trying to like press a button because maybe they think I'm gonna press another button or try to cancel to Sonic Pound or something. And then you can see right here. I did a little bit of a delay, and you can see he pressed a button because there's a counter hit on the screen. And then it means that he probably tried to press a button, but my lightning kick hit him too fast. So that's one thing that you can do sometimes. It's a little bit risky, but sometimes it pays off. That was actually a really good block, because I think that's a crossover. And right there, oh, that's where everything went wrong. This is where I felt like I should have won this match. You see, he does down 1. He does a little bit of a walk, and I knew he was gonna go for a back 3, so I actually tried to do the input for a meter burn back 3 of my own to just beat him. And as you can see by his life, he would just die. So I tried to do meter burn back 3, but instead of getting that, I got the Sonic lift because it's a down back 3, right there. And if the input I wanted to come out actually came out, I would have won that match. But then I ended up losing this one. That was nice. It's hard to be ready for that, and yeah, boom,
that was easy for Burrito Voorhees. He tried to back dash,
so
but
I
again,
feel like that one I kind of got robbed because I should have won that one.
1 game to 1.
Two very clever Stampede cancels on that to end the round.
Ouch.
Great stuff by Burrito Voorhees. Starts out strong. Already the Flash's trait is gone.
I don't know if Franco, Burrito Voorhees knows that he can actually punish the Armus too. Like at very least he can get a down 1 check and then start pressure from there.
All right, patience. There's a leap.
Yeah, that's bad. He tried to just do raw command grab leaps on me sometimes and just really just killed him because that's an easy punish into big damage.
Losing the entire life bar because of the 1 leap.
Yeah, you just can't put yourself in a bad spot against Flash. It's just how
got a little bit lucky there.
Gotta stay solid.
All right, he's gonna allow himself to eat the entirety of that damage there. 1 mix-up save for the clash.
Interrupted again.
All right, counterpoke game. There we go. Great hit confirmed now. Yep. Into the corner we go. Trait is activated. He's gonna get a mix-up off of this.
There we go.
Ouch. So I guess wrong. He hit me in the front. He dropped his combo there. If he didn't drop it, he probably would have finished me off right there, honestly.
Will there be a stampede approach? No. Okay, the sweep, giant range.
The secret sweep.
That was a nice use of his
reaction on that interactable.
That's
enough. Yo, this kid is so optimized, and you're seeing the reaction come into play. Great patience from both of these men, you know, and capitalizing off of the mistakes. There's a stampede whiff this time.
Oh no, you can't do that.
Stop.
You can't do that.
If that wasn't the
2-2.
ultimate read, I don't know what was. Oh, nice punch with the down one. Not sure if Grog gets much off of that one.
Ooh,
Instead,
that was kind of lucky there. I did a forward 2 and just beat out his down 1 like that. That was kind of lucky.
They gotta wake up here.
Oh, the hit didn't believe in the rest. There it is. No, hold on. Chip. Yeah. Good
Yeah,
case.
you're, you're actually
They're floating
back. All right.
So at this point, I believe Franco decides to switch to Swamp Thing, at which point I'm... Oh wait, does he go Swamp Thing? Or does he go Cyborg? Swamp.
yeah.
I think he goes Swamp Thing. Yeah.
Okay,
He goes Swamp Thing. So at this point, I'm pretty okay with that. Like, I don't mind the Swamp Thing matchup. I would actually prefer that, I think, over Grodd. Yeah.
That said,
So.
he really gets his butt kicked when it comes to getting knocked down.
Swamp Thing has some good options against Flash, but I think Flash does pretty well against Swamp Thing, and you can really prevent him from waking up.
But didn't get the overhead on the other side. Great setup in the tray as HoneyBee.
There you go. Yeah, that's just got to take that as a Swamp Thing player.
All right, he's going to be looking to running man stance a lot here.
Just have to make sure you fuzzy that mix
Beautiful stuff.
correctly, and you should be fine against Swamp Thing, honestly.
Burrito Voorhees, even after a long kick, point blank.
And as long as you have the timing down to stuff his wake ups, then Swamp Thing just has to eat that.
Very strange choice.
Oh, tree punch.
That's armor.
He does have armor.
So
Yeah,
here,
that's nice.
actually,
Some damage to do it.
I think he starts doing this to build meter, and then I started doing Running Man to build meter, and I thought he was done, but he wasn't. He still had it active, so I died. Oh, that was a bad choice.
It's beautiful stuff there.
Yeah, and then the raw overhead just caught him.
Comes for HoneyBee now. Keep in mind, winners finals of the pool. Oh, who's out of there? That mobility, very tough to deal with.
Tries to wake up, but I have the timing down, so he can't wake up. I was doing, that's like the 3rd time in a row that I knocked him down in the set, and I did the same timing for the down 1-2 to beat his wake up, so he actually tried waking up that time and wasn't able to. That's why it's super important to like know those type of things, I feel, and when it comes to these tournament sets and stuff, because if I were to have gotten hit instead of stuffing the wake up, it completely changes the pace of the match. And knowing your fuzzies and all that stuff is important. Oh, that's a bad drop.
Get to the corner, lucky drop. But again,
HoneyBee looking so strong.
no space to air tech now into the corner. There's the poke. Looking for the shimmy with the grab, but
yeah,
not gonna work. It's gonna be enough to do it, and HoneyBee will advance to the winner section of top 24. The handshake.
And yeah. So there we go. Just like that, I made it out of my pool. Oh, that's a funny face. I made it out of my pool in winners. I didn't have to fight Silver Eye, who was in my pool, and I would have had to fight him, but Burrito Voorhees actually beat him. I was like so ready though. Like I was practicing that Hellboy matchup quite a bit because I thought I was gonna have to fight Silver Eye, but I didn't. So let's go to my next match where I fight Gross. So now I'm fighting Gross. That's just a button check. And this is to make top 8 winners. I decided to start out with Flash, even though I'm not a huge fan of this matchup, but it's definitely doable for Flash. Alright, so now I'm going to fight Gross, and as you can see, I'm going to start out with Flash against this Black Adam. It's the Black Adam Flash matchup. It's like, I don't think it's good for Flash, but Flash can handle its own. As long as I can get stuff started, it's alright. So I decided to give it a shot against Gross. This is to make top 8 winners.
So, because Gross defeated Sonic Fox and Losers, he kind of,
You'll notice that Gross, he's really, really good at using Black Adam's down 2. I think he actually tried to down 2 me right there. But yeah, like Black Adam's down 2 is so strong. I think it's like 6 frames. Yeah, he did it again. He just woke up down 2. Yeah, down 2 is super, super good. That was a bad input error I had right there.
And just like that, HoneyBee is back into it. The escape.
So I actually started out this match really strong, but I know I did not win it, so let's see what happens here. So just raw, I just get hit by a raw forward, and it's pretty bad. And I tried to down to him there, but apparently I was too late. Ends up getting clipped. That right there, like if my down two worked out for me, it would have completely changed the match. Instead of us being tied, I would have had a really big lead on him and all that fun stuff. Nice little overhead into trade into throw. He's just trying to down to him. Oof, that hurt.
I mean, didn't have trade. Yeah, even when that speed force is activated.
Look at him. He just mashes that down too, like through my plus frames. Oh my god. Crazy.
Okay.
And just like that, like I'm like really behind right now in this game. Yeah, that was a nice catch on my jump.
Yeah, I think 2-0 for Gross.
Really got to be a lot more patient in this match. I don't think I was playing it very well in this particular match. I wasn't playing it how I should.
Not a bad idea.
I wasn't being patient enough. And just like that, yeah, great down two. Another down two. Oh my god, I feel like I got hit by like 5 down twos in this one match.
Stays alive, but really not for much longer. He cannot get touched.
Yes, it's not good.
And
Just like that.
do it.
So at this point, I'm just like, all right, it's not working out. I know that Gross is. I don't think he likes Starfire at all. I think Black Adam actually does fairly well against Starfire, but I decided to give it a shot here. Starfire, I would say, is my second best character, so I do use her quite a bit. If you saw Vianality, I did use her quite a bit because it was a Starfire path.
You know, she's got zoning control.
So,
one thing I like about his characters that he plays is that he has Flash, super offensive character, and his others tend to be more zoner style. He's trying to complement the different matchups, and I think this makes sense.
Getting with the throw.
Yeah, that's definitely the best way to describe it. Complementing those troublesome matchups. Yeah. Those things where Flash just really
got him out of the air. You'll see though that the thing about this matchup is that when Starfire tries to back to Black Adam out of the air like that, sometimes it works and sometimes it just doesn't. Like sometimes he'll just jump right past it. So, and if he does jump right past it, you're taking like 40%. So, it really, like right here, it just didn't work that time. And just like that, 40%, actually more like 45% of my health is just gone. He was you can actually punish that, and he was probably ready to punish it, but in the corner, Starfire's flip meter burn is actually not safe. But yeah, like this match is going like really well for me right now. I'm just blocking, you know, waiting for my turn. And there's my turn.
Didn't tech the grab, just was patient. Now he's got control again of the screen.
Tried to flip out, didn't work.
There you go.
Now we're tied up, but like yeah, I'm in a great position right now, and like I know in my head I'm just thinking like, yep, Starfire seems like a good pick. You know, I'm way more comfortable right now with this match than I was with the Flash matchup against him. That was a nice forward dash from him to get past my Stardust. Zoning this.
No wake up right there. HoneyBee was
and that's gonna be it.
And that's gonna do it.
Yeah. So really good first match for me with Starfire. I was feeling pretty confident, you know, like I'm like, okay, you know, I can do it. I was a little bit surprised that Gross didn't switch to Green Lantern, because I know he likes to use Green Lantern against Starfire. I think Green Lantern has solid options, but yeah. And I think this match I actually had a really good start as well, and just somehow blew it. So.
You know, it does reach, go full screen, and it usually does clear over projectiles, no problem.
First hit, really important, and just like that, like I have a really good life lead already. I already have like half of his life gone, just from like 3 touches. And look at that. I got him pressing buttons there, got him pressing buttons here. Just like the first round, like was just perfect for me. How did I? Oi, oi, oi. I knew he was gonna jump, so I was super ready for him with the anti-air as well. Like this whole first round, like I was just basically like mopping him. You know, trying to be patient, blocking, get out. But the thing about this is though is like Black Adam, anytime Starfire whips that charge, Black Adam can full combo punish it, get a solid like 35% or so on you. So that's a pretty big deal in the matchup, I would say. Not every character has an option like that. And look at that. I make him spend his Clash as well. I have like 100% health on him, and he has no Clash. And then a lot of things go wrong. So just trying to zone him out a little bit more, you know. That dive kick was pretty nice for him. That was a terrible wake up for me. I shouldn't have done that. And just like that, first bar is gone. But you know, I'm still in a good position. He only has half life, no Clash. I'm in the corner, but I can get out. And that was a really good back two for me. Put him in the corner. Like, look at this. I'm like in a really good position. That was a huge thing right there. Is I hit him with that, and I tried to just walk forward a bit and shimmy him. But why would I do that against Gross? Because he just hit down two. Honestly, I should have just pressed buttons and just used my frame advantage, or I should have just baited his down two. Because like he just down two, and then that completely fucked me, because if I just continued pressure, whatever, I probably would have won the match. And then at that point, I think he would have gone Green Lantern if I had won at that point, because then I would have won 2 matches pretty decisively. But yeah, now he's like starting to make that comeback. That's a nice little dive kick for him to get in. That's, see, right again, like that's what I'm saying. Like Starfire, I'm trying to back to him out of the air, but then he just goes right through it sometimes, and then just comes in, because Black Adam's jump arc is really weird. It's like really high, and his jump 2 hits so low that it's just very awkward. And then just like that, it's like tied up, trying to be paid. And this is also what sucks is I'm not sure if like the timing or whatever, but why is it that he does something into trait? You'll see he does a string into trait right here, and then I push block him to get rid of the trait and to reset it. But when I push, he activates trait right there. I push block him, but then he keeps the trait. He still keeps the trait, so then he gets to use it again. And then, oh my god. And like this was, what is that? I hit him with the jump 3. I hit him with the jump 3. And then he delays wake up, which is smart, because then I try to jump 3 him again, but then I try to jump 3 him again, but he just wakes up down 2 and gets me on my way up right there. And that was it. That was, when I hit him down, I should have just waited for him to get up and just down 1 into hair flip or some shit, because then he wouldn't have been able to do anything about it unless he push blocked the down 1. But yeah, just like that, it's like I felt like in this set I was like in a really good position. Like I should have been up 2-1 at this point, but I choked that, and all of a sudden like I'm down 2-1. But I was doing really well with Starfire, so like there was no real reason for me to switch off of her and go back to Flash when I felt like I definitely could close it out with Starfire. But I think in the final game, it just didn't work out. Like some bad choices were made, and I tried to back 2 there, but I got hit by the dive kick. Oh, that was a bad little drop there. And that's another thing, as you can see. Anytime Starfire cancels into close Stardust, Gross wasn't using it before, but he used it at the end here. Right here, I cancel into Stardust, he just forward 1s right out of it, and I have to eat like 40% damage or more, just like that. So that's a pretty big deal that Black Adam has really good options to deal with a lot of Starfire's stuff. But yeah, I'm down like a lot right now in this matchup. Starting to bring it back a little bit. Right there, I did the flip because I thought he would go for a low lightning. And then the flip would have made the low lightning whiff. But yeah, really bad start right now. Taking a lot of damage. Can't clash because he has the meter advantage on me right now. I go for the side switch.
Straight knee spends it, but no meter.
And then I think I jump 3. Yeah.
Okay.
Jump
it was
3
a little later, I think,
to
the
get
girls
him.
thought that HoneyBee would jump.
So like I could still make it, but
that down two, really
yeah.
just waiting for any kind of movement at all. Saw him flinch.
That hurt.
And you know, that's just the kind of player HoneyBee is. Right.
Yeah, and then he just wow. Okay, so that's why it went completely wrong there. Is we trade. I actually get up to throw a projectile, but I think he just made a good read on me, and he just wakes up with black magic, and just like that, he hits me with that, and now it's pretty much over. Ouch. Wake up black magic leads into like 40% unclashable damage, just like that, and there's nothing I can really do at this point. Yeah. So that's where that went wrong. Yeah. And just like that, Gross made top 8. I had to be sent to losers, at which point I would fight the winner of Hayate and Gur. If you saw my vlog, Gur beat Hayate, and let's take a look at my match versus Gur. Alright, so right now we're at my match for my match to make loser side of top 8 at CEO. I have to fight Gur, who just recently beat Hayate. And the thing is, we actually had a tournament not too, well, kind of long ago. It was South by Southwest where I had to fight Gur, and the score was 3-2. Same matchup, Adam versus Flash. And this was back in like March, and I didn't know the matchup very well back then, and I was actually pretty close to beating him, but I know Gur's Adam got a lot better since then. But I actually learned a lot about the matchup, so I know how to deal with the Adam really well. I think Flash has like a slight advantage over Adam in this matchup, so I was actually feeling quite confident against Gur, because I know how to deal with a lot of his stuff, and you'll see in this set that there's a lot of options that I have to deal with him. You can react to his stomp and punish him on reaction using the Sonic Pound. I have ways of getting around his wake-up options. I'm pretty good at dealing with his trait for the most part. A lot of the times against his trait is you just want to hold down, honestly. And then at the very end you can make that read on if he's going to go for an overhead or not. But yeah, like getting hit by an overhead at the beginning, you're taking like maybe like what 8% damage or something. It's not that bad. Sometimes it's best just to just hold down. I just got hit by it, but it's fine. Wake up. That's actually a punish. He gets the first bar, but we're pretty much even. And it's way better option for me to do that. And here I react to the pound. But yeah, it's a way better option sometimes just to take that hit as opposed to trying to press a button and then taking like 20-30%. Oh, a little bit of a drop right there. Not good.
Okay.
Just 50-50, you know.
Right back into things here as HoneyBee.
A little bit of a drop again.
That's
not good.
See what he goes for here. He tried to delay things. Okay, the overhead ends up doing it.
Nice use of meter burn back 3. If I jump 2, it would beat it, but yeah. And that should be his life bar.
Here's another chance for HoneyBee to seal the deal, and he does.
Alright.
Gur finding himself in a really bad spot here. However, he does have access to his character power. Can he utilize it here, turn it on, and go ham here?
You have to respect the multitude of options. It's not just that. He could have teleported out. He could have done jump into jump 3, really good button. He could have done float on the way down.
So right here you'll see sometimes what I like to do is when I knock Adam down, I stagger it down 1 because it can deal with a lot of Adam's wake up options, where if he does like wake up meter burn teleport, I can actually still block. If he does a wake up normal to teleport, I can just whip punish it. So honest recovery frames. There's another reaction.
So we've seen on reaction that ground pound twice for HoneyBee when he sees Gur go for his own ground pound.
For his own, yeah, his own little stomp.
Yeah, stomp, I guess.
And that's actually something that was told to me by Legend and Tsunami. Legend is Adam player, Tsunami uses Flash. They run the matchup a lot, and Tsunami actually figured out that you can just Sonic Pound over that stomp on reaction. And, they let me know about it, like back at like combo breaker time or something like that, so I knew. Get him with a little bit of a reset there, and that was that. Thing about a lot of Flash's resets is that while they're really, really good, a lot of them are hard to execute consistently. So, like, theoretically speaking, you should, if you like at the highest level, you should be hitting it all the time, but realistically speaking, it's kind of hard. So sometimes you'll see like Flash players try to go for those things and just drop it because the timing is like off by like a few frames.
The longer your cooldown's going to be. So you have.
But I was like definitely really confident going into this because I know the matchup. See, he just starts with that, gets the overhead, and you know, it's fine. He gets the bar meter, but I'm not taking too much damage. That's something that I realized Gur was actually doing is I would do a down 1-2 lightning kick, and he would just reversal his back forward 2, so that if I tried to backdash, he'd catch me. And I was in my head thinking, oh yeah, okay, I'll bait it, but I just don't think I ended up baiting it during this set.
I mean, that's
Ouch.
When a little crawler is coming at you, a lot of people really just wanna jump over it. They don't
Another reaction on
it.
the
That's what Gur's feeding on.
puddle.
That's the tendency.
Or stomp.
HoneyBee hitting him there with a counter.
Reset?
Gur possibly trying to do something else.
Yeah, didn't get too much damage from that reset though. I didn't have a bar at the time to get a combo.
Just like that, HoneyBee.
Go into that, and then just wait there. So get the throw. Threw him out of the corner. Not smart.
And Gur gets a lot of screen now. Again, it's very consistent.
I actually did a really good job of blocking that, but the chip just ended up killing me. I think if I had a little bit more life, I could have actually fully blocked and punished it. That was a nice pickup from Gur. That was a really nice pickup.
Converting into a lot of damage here.
Damage over time. The green junk.
You'll also see right there, another big thing is that Adam's jump 3 is really, really strong, and it's hard to anti-air. A lot of the times you'll see that Flash actually will just trade if I try down to him. If I'm in like the perfect sweet spot, I can actually actually anti-air him, but for the most part we actually trade, which isn't really good. You can see here I take quite a bit more damage than he does when we do a trade. I think I take like twice as much, but sometimes it's still necessary so that they know they can't jump for free, so that you can still challenge them and not let them do it so freely.
No hit actually, but pretty fast recovery.
I don't even think that was a punish.
Thing by HoneyBee, but not the rest. Allows the clash. Let's see what they go for on this. It's just one apiece.
Yeah, Gur was playing this match really good.
Love holding onto that bar because it means so much combo potential for them.
And he caught me with the throw.
And how are you supposed to see? How are you supposed to react to a throw?
No,
I traded with his down 3 with my down 1. Ouch. Yeah, that was. Well, it went wrong there. I think I switched the stage at this point. Or maybe not. I just suck it out. No, switch the stage. Because that stage, I think it caters a little bit more to power characters because he has the stuff that can throw from the ceiling. So, you know, just get a little bit of a stage switch. Hope for something a little bit more in my favor.
So HoneyBee has played against
just
a
wake up.
million times, right? It's a matchup that he knows really, really well. Almost nobody gets to say that about Adam, because there are so few Adams. And so at this level of play, it's really just Gur, and if you haven't played a lot against Gur, you don't have that experience.
Yeah, you gotta give him games. You gotta give him
and
games
see, just like that, I was able to punish his wake up.
Okay, yeah, it blows up the trade immediately.
Yeah, and once he's in that, when he's in that mode, he can't block. By the way, so if he's on me and I wake up, then he dies.
Yeah, some good damage on that. The escape
goes for the that's an unblockable. And I was ready to punish.
And it just like spreading out to the entire ground, but HoneyBee finding his footing here, getting that jump in, and you know, sealing the deal here for this first round. Now let's see how far he can
And yeah, that's another thing that I've noticed. Adam players a lot of times they'll have that trade available, right? Like he has a trade available, and I saw him immediately jump back. As soon as he jumped back, and I know he's gonna pop trait, and they always pop trait, and then they come flying towards you. So you know, react with the Sonic Lift, and you get a full combo punish. Crowd gets hype. I did the same thing against Tekken Master at Vianality. I got kind of lucky getting past that meter burn back 3 there.
Flash has none. And it is indeed going to be 1-15 back.
You could interrupt that, but I wasn't ready for it.
Doing his regular thing in there occasionally.
Kerr stomping on the ground. You know, spreading that hitbox over the entire floor.
Yeah, and just like that, another punish.
This is gonna hurt. No way you want to air escape because you know HoneyBee's gonna continue the combo.
A little bit of a drop there.
Nice. And chip. Okay, well, really no big deal for HoneyBee's perspective.
See, that's how you die against Adam's trait. Like that's how you die. I looked at it. I tried to down to it for some dumb reason, and then you get hit, and then you just suddenly take like 25% damage or something like that. Like that's how people like lose to Adam a lot. Is like they'll see him get into trait and they get scared, and they try to press buttons or something, and it's not smart. It's not smart to press buttons when Adam's in his trait. Usually the best thing I would say is just to hold down, take the overhead, wake up afterwards if possible, or you just try to react to it at the end. But yeah, normally speaking, it's not smart to contest.
You know, showing him how to be resilient, showing him how to be patient, how to rely on defense and not really just go in, which is the type of player that Gur was throughout all of MKX and throughout all of Injustice 1, right? And, you know, big hats off to Coach Steve. You know, if you're a big fan of Gur, you have to be a big fan of Coach Steve.
So again, this is to get into loser side top 8.
That was nice. See, he catched my my backdash with that. A little bit of a rough start that I was having here. Ouch.
Gur looking like a completely different player in this
a little
game.
more active, I would say.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, everything was
Wow.
Wow. I think I actually almost made it back in this one too. Get a little bit of a pickup right there.
Looking like he might lose this lead here.
I was not. You can actually punish that. I tried to do the back 4-2, but I think I just got a 4-2 instead.
Good damage. What has he got? No, it's just trying to run away.
Ouch.
Couldn't quite get the crawl. And now the Flash doing a
Should
lot
be
of damage as
the
the Flash
fire.
will do. It's gonna be enough. Oh
Yeah.
my.
I mean,
So I'm definitely not out of it at this point, you know, but I am down quite a bit. He starts by going straight into trait. I'm just here blocking. Did the wake up to punish him. That was a little bit risky on his end to wake up like that. Use the jump 2 to break his armor. Because he was doing a lot of those meter burn back 3s. So I think at that point I was like, okay, let me just jump to him because then I'll break it. So now I'm actually in a pretty decent position. Ouch.
Now he could have spent more than that. He only spent 1 bar though. That's on him. Let's see if that pays off.
Ouch.
Approaching. And
Ooh, that actually hit me. That was kind of lucky. If this was actually like, I think I could have, and if I committed right there to the down 1, I would have beat him right here. I got the punish right there on the back thing, but as you can see right here, yeah. So he does the thing right there, and I was ready because back forward 2, a slight walk up back forward 2 can punish it, but I made a read that he would try to flip out. So you can see I hit him. I thought he would flip out right here because otherwise, if I finished the combo, he would have died. But he just didn't. He just didn't flip out, and then he ends up punishing me right there, and boom, just like that, the score is 2-2. Gur was playing really good in this set. And then I decided to stay with the stage because I think the stage is fine. I have no issues with it. I think this match might have started a little bit rough. That was, yeah. I'm surprised he kept doing that. Those stomps, but yeah, this match started out kind of. I got lucky right there by hitting him with the jump 1 on his trait. That was lucky.
Yeah, no, there definitely is a hurt box. You see it a lot when you know, they have to go up
Just
against
getting him
something
with
that's
a little
so
bit of a
active,
mix.
and HoneyBee understands that.
And he's not quite dead yet, but that was pretty big. He tried to wake up trait, which was not a smart option because now he has to wait for his trait again. And oh, I was so ready for him to just teleport. Yeah, I'm just harassing him with the down one. Yeah, I was harassing him with the down one. He wasn't dealing with it that well. Right there. And you know, just blocking. This one I think I actually blocked the full thing. See right there for the trait, you can see I blocked it by just holding down for the entire time until I saw that his trait was going to finish, at which point the Atom player has to basically go for the overhead or go for a throw so that they can do that and then cancel their trait, because if they don't, their trait has like 100 frames of cooldown or some crap. So I just kept blocking until the very end right here, and then I see he's going to the other side. So at the whole time I was holding down, he goes to the side, and then I hold back because I know he's gonna go for the overhead, and then I blocked it. But I only had that much meter. I didn't have that much meter, so I couldn't actually get a full combo, but yeah, well, it felt good to block it. And that was another, just getting him with the same stuff again. I actually hit this right here when it mattered, so boom. And just like that. And top 8, top 8, I made it. I had to fight Sonic Fox next, but unfortunately the stream like got really crappy during that, and it basically didn't like have any of my matches with Sonic Fox, so I can't really review them or whatever. But yeah, he went Michelangelo, ended up bopping me, but you know, it's okay. That was CEO. It was a great tournament, great experience. I hope you guys enjoyed this analysis video that I had going over my matches. Please just leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.